Every time, every single time, the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, tonight, when he actually predicts a Hot Toys Wizard actual lock, he's going to count down his 15 locks, the Dark Jedi's locks, for Star Wars Hot Toys for 2023 that are not Return of the Jedi. Each time he actually gets one right, I am going to interrupt this program every single time. So, for those in attendance, at whatever table, at Six Scale Cantina, and for all those watching around the universe, make some noise if you are ready! Cause what you gonna do when the Hot Toys Wizard runs wild on Six Scale Raw on yeah!
Wow.
I
What
need
an
to go to an
intro.
AC/DC concert now, man.
What an intro.
I'm fired up to smash the pre-order button.
That was a classic intro right there.
Smash the pre-order button. Smash the like button while you're in here. Is it possible that you're at Six Scale Raw? If that didn't tell you that we're raw, I don't know what will. But come on, guys, how you doing? Look, we got Lane in the house. Lane's in here. Lane, it's been a couple months. What's up, brother?
It's going good. I like being the future Aries Cantina. And
Oh, yes.
I haven't forgotten how to plug stuff either.
It'll always be Six Scale Cantina, but Aries Cantina. Some people don't know what Six Scale is. Aries is versatile. It'll kind of be both. You go to sixscalecantina.com, ariescantina.com, maybe hottoyswizard.com. What do you think about that, Lane?
Well, I say do Aries, the six scale cantina, because that way you combine the man, the myth, the legend with the scale.
Good to have you in here, Lane. Brent, the Star Wars newsman, what is going on, my friend?
I'm just hoping somebody at some point makes a custom 1/6 scale of you, Aries, because I'm buying that.
Howard,
I am buying that, and it better come with real coffee. That's all I'm saying.
But what hat are they going to give? Like
multiple hats, man. There's a regular and a deluxe version.
Yeah, what would the deluxe version of the Aries 1/6 scale include?
Oh, they better give it DX, because I do have more than just a couple hats.
DX, movable eyes. Come on.
The rolling eyes. Jeez Louise. Good to have you in here.
Hey,
Brent.
we're coming off the heels of a lot of news. So the newsman is enjoying the most recent piece of news that has come down, and you know exactly what that is with Phase 2 being announced last week. I can't wait to dive into that discussion with you guys.
Me neither. I can't wait. Six Scale Mafia, Anthony, my brother. What's going on, my friend?
What is good, everybody? It's good, man. It's what is this? A Monday? What day is
I think so.
Yeah. Man, work
That's
is
where
just
I'm at
like,
too, baby.
yeah, I feel you, man. It's just been a lot of work, man. But no, it's Monday night. It's good times, good panel, good discussions, man. Good to be here.
Good to have you here, Mafia. And last but not least, and we'll be having some more popping out as we go through Six Scale Raw here tonight. We've got Riley. Riley, you're back in the cantina. What is up, brother?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. After that intro, I'm hyped up. I'm ready for the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oof, baby. There we go. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Got some Star Wars stuff. We got Spider-Man released yesterday. I mean, I'm a happy camper, man. I'm excited for the show. Yeah, man. Let's get to it. Thank you for the invite, Aries. Excited for the show. Come on.
Well, listen. The Hot Toys Wizard said that every time I get one right, that he's going to go ahead and interrupt the show. So maybe that means if you guys call one that I don't have, we'll have to see if we hear from the wizard or not.
Wonder.
You have to wonder. And you want to talk about some of these discounts that are going on right now. Buy one, get one at 50% off, everybody here in the chat. That has been going on again. And you have to wonder just how long that could continue. Because if it continues every other week, every couple weeks, why in the world would any of you actually buy it at retail if you know you're eventually going to be able to get it and buy one, get one 50% off? We're going to talk about that in this show. Of course, what the newsman said, the attack of the clones, phase 2, wave 2, segment 2, whatever the heck you want to call it, the top 15 countdown for next year, announcements, shocks that are not Return of the Jedi. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this, everyone, because I know you all want me to play the intro right now. Hey, and all right. And welcome everybody to another episode live of Six Scale Raw. Come on. Whew. I'm pretty excited for tonight, guys. There's a whole lot going on.
Did not make you hit it already, everybody. Go hit that like button right now. And
Yeah.
To the sound of that funky beat, let it lead you like the Pied Piper straight to that subscribe with all the benefits and such that comes with it as well. And remember, by doing this, maybe sometime if someone finally does do a third-party Aries, maybe we can get a DX like the old DX07, 2 figures for 1. Aries and TK FOMO together in the ultimate pack with phase 1 helmet and phase 2 helmet.
I wouldn't put it past them for making a TK FOMO. I mean, gee, any clone trooper you could think of that they could pull out. Let's go ahead before we get into the topics. You know, I'm right there.
Yeah, of course they're gonna milk the clones, man. So yeah,
they're gonna milk that sucker. Let's say hi to some of the people in here, guys. And we've got the Thor in the house. Greetings, all. Good to have the Thor in here. What is going on? And we've got Ryan, Mr. Bob Collectibles. What is going on? Good to have you in here, my friend. R. Castro is in here, guys, saying I like it. And Charlie the Unicorn saying mega hit. Mega hit that like button. Thule is in the house. Let's go. Single songwriter saying Hot Toys Emperor songwriter. I guess the songwriter is like daring to sit at the most dangerous table in the Cantina, which is table 66.
Don't want to be there. Come on, man.
Come on, you know you want to be there, Riley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want the power. Come on.
R. Castro. I feel like Saturday Night Live is starting. Yeah. Cool. Ash, what's going on, buddy? And Yomo is in here. Thule saying Aries, what's going on? Come on, everybody. We got to try and do this. Woo!
Got it.
Perfection.
Maximum Rex. If Sideshow wants to make these Christmas sales, they better start dropping prices. They're pretty dropped right now, and you're right, Maximum Rex. That's going to be our first topic of what we get into here. They better start dropping prices. I don't know. I think they're pretty dropped right now, but we're going to get into that in a minute. Figman, poor kid, looks frozen, and continue to going on in here. Riley is in here. We do know that. And bear with me. Patrick is in here as well, going with the woo. And Good for Health is in here. Good to see you, my friend. Mark Attack and Patrick 181000 is in the house. And what's up, Figman? Giving a shout out to the Six Scale Mafia. Good to have Figman in here for sure. Valiant Archer's in here as well, guys. And John Ray, mugs filled to the brim. Now let's drink. Let's go ahead and fill you up, baby, since you're saying the mugs are filled.
Of course I want a latte.
I love the
way you make them. Let me know what table you're at. If I missed you in here, I certainly did not mean to. Is Howard Chan in here? Single songwriters going, good morning. Howard Chan.
You never know.
You have to wonder.
You have to.
Clink is in here. What's going on, buddy? The Collector is in the house. Lane Kramer. Lane, you're in here. You're dropping super chats, baby. Hello to everyone. Hit the like button. Table 66. All right, I'll let the panel vote. I mean, Lane did give me $2. Should I fill him up at table 66 or what?
I think so.
Here we go.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. And we shall have peace.
I need that hot toy, man. I need that announcement.
Guys, over the top sometimes is like cringy. And he was over the top.
I thought you were talking about the movie. I was like, that movie's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. It works for him, though.
No, I meant over the top.
Over the top is awesome. I know. Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
John Grizzly drinking the freaking oil. I love over the top. Yeah, baby. Drinking he's so over the top, the Emperor, but it works so well. It's so much fun. I could watch that over and over.
Yeah, Riley's right though. That's a figure we need. I mean, Sideshow made it 15 years ago, but we need a Hot Toys version of Sidious bad.
Yes.
Well, you know it's going to come with the 30th anniversary, right, Brent? With the whatchamacallit, the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. The question is to any of you here: any of you think that it's possible that it could come out before then? I mean, that 20th anniversary is only what 2.5 years away. But I guess it could come out earlier. I guess it could.
Maybe.
I mean, that just seems like a prime candidate, Anthony, to just come out for the 20th anniversary. But they could put it out and then reissue it. You know, they do stuff like that. You know, so
it's hard to tell right now, right? Because they did the 40th Empire, sort of. I mean, they did. It's packaged and branded 40th Empire, even though it was a little lackluster. And now they're branding, 20th Attack of the Clones. So I don't know. It's weird moving forward. Like, does that mean that they're not going to do stuff until there's anniversaries? If it's not current Disney, shows or movies, basically, right? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, because if they follow that route, then it's going to kind of stink. Because that means we probably wouldn't get any New Hope stuff till 2027.
The 50th.
Yeah. I hope they don't go that way. Right.
So I don't know.
It's interesting.
Tough one.
It is a tough one. But listen, the Hatalorian says, I'm actually Howard Chan. So there you go. That's who's songwriter. Let's talk. Howard, good to have you in here. Maybe you could answer the question, Howard. How are you going to do it? Let us know in there. Wayne Timothy is in here as well. So is Joao. And so is Punisher. And so is MB Dyson. And if I missed you, keep going on in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get you up in there. But welcome everybody here to Six Scale Raw. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. Mafia, I'm going to stay with you, and then we're going to go around. Buy one, get one 50% off again. So they did this a few days before Black Friday, and then they had it, going through Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday. And they were giving some discounts on top of that, limited time discounts, like for a day or two, and picking a different figure. Then it went away. And I just had a hunch that they didn't sell enough and it was just going to come back. And sure enough, a week later, we're not done. And it's back. And it's been back ever since. And it's kind of like, wow, it's a little bit interesting. Do you think it's possible that before the end of the holidays, that we could be getting upwards of 30, even to 50% off on some figures at this point?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, and I had already thought, and I said this before, that I think that these sales are going to go. My prediction, anyway, is they're going to go until the end of January, and then in February they're going to stop because, as you pointed out, right? They took a week off. They put everything back to normal for a week, and I think that's just because other people that may not have known about the sales, right? That gives them still like a week opportunity there for regular sales because I'm sure they're still making money. Somebody's buying stuff during that week. It's not like there's no sales. But then, so to bring it back, yeah, they are overstocked. They have way too much of the old stuff. So that's the unfortunate side, is that most of these sales are for things that most people have already. Or maybe they want, they can get another trooper or something like that, or perhaps some people coming in. That's a good variety of stuff. For me, when I was looking around, I was like, kind of, a lot of us have all that. So I was like, okay, let's see, maybe like some of the new stuff's not on, the new stuff's not on sale. This is all like 2020 announcements, 2021. So, but it's going to help them get rid of a bunch of stuff. And like I said, I think it's going to keep going. I think they'll probably give us some bigger discounts next week for, pre-Christmas. And then maybe it'll dip again. Like for a week, it'll turn off. And then they'll turn it back on for the New Year's, right? It'll be like a New Year's celebration sale.
Oh, so you think they'll do it for the new year?
I think so, yeah. And I think then I think they'll shut it down in February, because that's when everybody's going to start getting their tax returns. And they'll know that if people are going to be buying stuff, why give them a sale? Because they'll have money. So, usually when you have some kind of extra money, you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy this. I can finally get it. So I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to go all the way to the end of January and then back to business as usual.
Good stuff. Single Songwriter says Star Wars 50th will be all of them, not just New Hope. That'll be interesting, Songwriter. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Great perspective, and you could be right on that. Mr. Bob Collectible says, looking forward to this one tonight. Yeah, me too, baby. And Deadly Arc 180 says, we need Cassian announced ASAP. Yeah,
It's true.
It's going to come. But you know what? We're not done with the Obi-Wan series or the Book of Boba yet, baby. I don't think so. It's crazy. Or the Mando from season 1. Anyway.
We'll never be over with Mando. Never.
That's a good one.
Never, man.
That's a good one. No coffee, but I have some dew. Come on. Mountain Dew sounds about good right about now, too. Absolutely. So here's an interesting thing what you're saying there, Mafia. Let's go ahead and go to you, Riley. We're going to go just mix it up here a little bit. All right. So buy one, get one, 50% off. Anthony brings up a great point. Maybe you get something there a little bit extra. And maybe, it goes through the new year, through January, and then tax returns come back and it's more. Do you see, two questions here? Do you think that it could go upwards of 50% on some figures? And do you think that any of these other figures, like the Coruscant Guard recently, or like the Kylo Ren, do you see any of them finally getting out of stock and trying to get wiped out? I mean, how long, Robbie, could Captain Rex stay at number one as the best-selling hot toy everywhere?
Right. No, it's a great question, Aries. It's a great question. So firstly, yeah, it's interesting to see like how high their discount is going to be, because I'm sure they don't want to, they're at a point where they can discount it enough where they don't want to lose too much money from what they're doing. So I don't think they can go to like 60 or 55 or 70. I don't think that we can get to that point at any point, to be honest. But I mean, for like singular figures, I think the highest discount we saw was with the Boba Fett 2-pack. I think it was like one day where they made it, I think it was 30% off, if I'm not wrong. It was 25 or 30% off on the singular figure. And I think the deal left like in hours because it got used up so much. It's still in stock, but that specific deal left. So it's interesting to think about how, like, if they had ever breached that. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen like singular figures at 25 to 30 to 35 by now, given that it's already like coming around to that holiday season. I mean, we've seen some on 25 to 30, certain ones.
But it's
yeah,
limited.
right. Exactly. Like once it's there, it's pretty much gone the day of, because people are hunting for it and people are waiting. So that's what I'm kind of interested about. I mean, it's already like December 13th, mid-December. I'd expect us to just honestly stay at that, like you said, Aries, like 25 to 30% on certain figures. I was expecting more, to be honest, but I mean, given that it's already past Black Friday, I don't think that they're going to breach that 30% on a singular figure. But like you said, maybe they add something to this, like the buy one, get one 50% off. Maybe the one that you buy firstly will be like 20% off. So you get like add on to it. Who knows? I mean, clearly what they're doing here, it's not, it's probably working. They're probably selling figures there, but it's not getting any figures out of stock recently, other than the Coruscant Guard and some other figures. But yeah, Charlie brings it up right here. There's been 25% off. So
on a few, and they're very few, the 30%.
Right.
But here's where Riley, I think it can. I agree with you. 70%, I don't see it, unless it's maybe not a hot or something, maybe something else.
Right.
You know, that they just want to get rid of. But I can see 50, and let me give you my case in point. Because when you buy one, you are getting one at 50% off, so they are losing 50% on one of them. Yeah. So I think on some of these, you may see it, but I think it will, Riley, be very rare.
Yeah, it'll take time. But yeah, it's interesting to think about. I mean, like I said, we did already pass through that Black Friday, and I think there was like 25%. But I know a lot of people were kind of like, underwhelmed a little bit on Black Friday, that people were expecting like 30 to 40% off, and we didn't really see that, other than, like you said, the buy one, get one 50% off. But like I said, maybe they'll add on to that. Like you said, maybe buy one, get one 60% off. That could be a possibility. I think maybe Christmas around December 25th, like they're trying to get some more stock. They could do that.
They could buy one, get one 75% off.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for buy one, get one free. You want to move product? That's how you clear out this warehouse.
I mean, you know, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up, Anthony. Brett, let's go to you with that. With what Riley said, great points there, Riley and Anthony. I mean, and what Anthony said there too, let's go right to that. Could you see buy one, get one free? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I actually could. Depending on what figure it is.
I could see something like that maybe popping up for like a random 15-minute window in the middle of the day, and you're just
that's a good point.
Like they would tease you and say, tomorrow we're going to do it, you know, but you're going to have to be online checking it and refreshing the page. We're not going to tell you when it is. And then suddenly there it is. And then you snag it and you get like 5 minutes or 10 minutes to go make it happen. I mean, I could see that happening certainly here, you know, as Christmas approaches and people are continuing to be in the giving mood and gift buying mood. And let's face it, I mean, the dead stock must be just still obscene. I mean, I honestly thought that they would cut into this on the Black Friday specials. I thought over that particular weekend, we would see a lot of these green coupons go away, a lot of these figures be out of stock, or at least limited or low stock warnings. And you know what? That bestseller page, Aries, really hasn't changed much. It's still green as the grass in the summer is, and with all these coupons, and it's just insane because the economy is what is kind of driving this thing, right? And people just don't have $350 anymore to just throw around. I mean, they've got to take that money and think about using it for other things. And I think that's what the majority is forced to do at the moment. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing.
Absolutely. Good points there, Brent. And the 1/6thScaleMan in the house will be on here in just about 15 minutes or so. Looking forward to having Lael come on, 6 Scale Raw. What is going out? Shout out to him. And looking forward to having him out here. Lane, let's go to you. I have an interesting stuff here with this as you go through this list. I pointed this out with my show from this past week and that I just put out yesterday. And I put it out late, but I put it out anyway. The market chart show for this week. And it's kind of interesting because when you go through here, and I'm going to say this right now, I don't know if there's anything to this, guys, or not. But you do have to wonder. And what I'm going to say is some of the later releases are not buy one, get one, not even free shipping. Like when you kind of go down this list, and I think some of you know where I'm going with this. You got Ahsoka, but you don't got her as part of the buy one, get one. You've you go ahead and look at Boba and the Throne, and then Boba repaint, not part of it. You go to the Jango Fett, not part of it. Luke 40th, not part of it. Echo, not part of it. Dark Trooper, not part of it. So what I pointed out in the show was, is it possible that maybe, because these were a tiny bit later, they were still like announced in 2021, but is it possible that maybe they caught a little bit of wind even earlier than we thought, and we're like, hey, we got to start cutting back, because why aren't they trying to discount these now? And it could just simply be because they just came out, and they're like, oh, people will buy them because they just came out. But I'm a little shocked that you got nothing with these.
That was actually something I was going to comment. When we got to this was kind of the weird method about what they've had as part of the BOGO and whatnot. Like a lot of the recent figures, or even some like the Winter Soldier, like from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's one that's been out for a little bit. Around the same time as probably like Dark Trooper. It's not part of it. It's just a weird how they've approached it. It seems like it's a lot of the cheaper troopers and other stuff they may have over ordered too, even though they were lower pre-order. After a while, they may have just ordered too many of them. And, some of the more recent ones like Dark Trooper, maybe something that, they still ordered a decent number of them, but it's not at the heights, so they don't feel, at least as of right now, the impetus where they you need to do it. Now, some of these guys...
now the lane, I'm going to keep going, but I would have thought with Boba and the throne, they may not have felt that way, but they're not even discounting that, which is odd to me, because you would think they made a ton of those because that was around that time.
Yeah, or because since they not part of this necessarily, but like they have had some pretty big sales on the 2-pack from earlier in the year.
So
they have had some big panels on that Boba, and I mean the Boba Throne's not that expensive, but that's a single figure with an accessory for almost $400. So you might figure that one would, if it's not part of the BOGO, it might have some sort of discount on it. At some point, or free shipping maybe, or something like that to help move it a little bit, because that's a more expensive figure. And if people are looking at some of these, if you have to choose just based off price, what are you going to buy? Like are you going to buy your Dark Trooper here for $260, which is a unique figure? You're going to spend $390 on another Boba Fett. You might already have a Boba Fett. Right.
But it depends though, right, Lane? Because there's a lot of people out there that are just Boba Fett fanatics. I'm one of them. Where's OG Fett? OG fan with Star Wars was just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Must have all.
He definitely
Boba
is.
Fetts.
Yep.
But you're right.
Even,
you don't got many Dark Troopers. You got one right now. That's it.
Yeah.
Just one.
Or even if you weren't even doing that one, maybe why isn't, because I've known more people who have bought the Boba Fett with the throne than have bought just the repainted Boba Fett. Like, why isn't that one maybe as part of? I don't even think is the one I like to lovingly call the bird poop Boba. That was the individual released by itself. I don't even think that one's part of the BOGO, and that one's been out even longer.
Well, it's real interesting, Anthony. Let me circle back to you, because I heard you, hemming and hawing a little bit here, like, and I know you want to comment on it. You're seeing like this figure, even the Luke 40th. I mean, the Lando they're trying to get rid of. Luke, they're not. I mean, it's like, do they feel like that they're going to get rid of it next year? Is there maybe something to this where with those later ones, maybe they started to make a little bit less?
Maybe like a weird like decline, right, as they've progressed down the line, perhaps. But I also think that maybe because it's Luke, people know people will buy Luke Skywalker rather than say something that's a little less known, maybe on certain things. But at the same time, the Dark Trooper's not really a must-have go-to. Like when you think of Star Wars, you don't think of a Dark Trooper. You think of maybe, Mandalorian or Luke or, something a little, heavy hitter. But I think it's just because a lot of these are newer and they feel like we're going to try to maximize our gains first. And some of these things that we've seen have been sitting around for a while. So, but again, with Fett, I don't know either, right? Because they were, well, that was, to be fair, that was the 2-pack. I'm sure they had a lot of those, but even the single, I don't know. It's really weird. I know that obviously some of the newer stuff, they're going to want to get the most of their, most bang for their buck on it, but I don't know. And the Dark Trooper's awesome. Like if he was, that's the thing. Like if he was on sale, I'd get a second one because I really like mine, and I thought having two would be cool. But you noticed that as well. I was like, huh. Well, he's not on sale. But then you got Anakin with the stab, and he's not that old either. But he's, he's on sale.
Interesting.
But then Ahsoka's not, right? Like you said, $5 shipping or something. So
very interesting. Well, we're going to have to keep an eye on it, everybody. Make sure you guys are watching Six Scale Raw, that you smash that like button right now. I so do very much appreciate your support. And make sure you subscribe to all these guys out here that have channels anyway, like Riley's Reviews. His link is in the video description below. So is Anthony, the Six Scale Mafia. His link is in the video description below. Both of these guys, every time that I'm live, their links are in the video description below. Lane, Brent, your channels are coming someday.
Hopefully.
We're radioing in from Planet Hoth and from Planet Tatooine. I won the coin flip, so I get a roast alive with the sand people chasing after me with gappy sticks. He gets to have Wampus chase after me.
Always
Awesome,
entertaining
man.
when that happens.
Again,
just go ask that snowtrooper who got a big hug from them back in the old deleted scene.
Wait a
Empire
minute.
Strikes Back.
Wait a minute. Did you say Snow Trooper?
Yes.
Well, now I got to fill up table 44, the coldest table in the cantina.
Oh, really? You're cold?
And guys, if you want to check it out, Aries' recent video he put for the market value chart show. Speaking of snowtroopers and stuff, trust me, this was not anything planned, guys. It's just a thing. That one just became one of, at least from on the market value chart for where you've charted the, already out of stock or on the secondary market. Then that became the most expensive 2-pack, at least from the averages you've been tracking.
No, that's a good point, Lane. And hold that thought for a second. Figman, yes. We have the $10 drop, and I see the other super chats in there. I will get them up. Thank you so much. I had the Figman up here for a while saying, getting ready for the Christmas Eve stream. And I say, yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, Figman. 10 a.m. Eastern on Christmas Eve, just like last year. Christmas morning with Aries coming right back at you again. So don't forget, everybody in here, don't forget to go ahead and put that on your calendars. Again, 10 a.m. Eastern on Christmas Eve. Batter's already done. I'll be getting it up so you can click the little bell on that. And I really do appreciate that. Mr. Figman, thank you so much for that. And we will get to the other super chats in here in just a second. Thank you so much for that, Figman. But yeah, you bring up a great point, Lane, and Riley. I'll bring this up for you because I think I still have it bookmarked, but I was bringing it up. Now, let's see if I can actually find this in here. During this economy, and we're talking about buy one, get one, and I was talking about Hot Toys value. And Anthony, I know that you echoed on this, like some of the big guns, OT, some of the big figures, regardless, they're going to continue to fetch high prices. And you're seeing some of them just completely start rising even during this economy. And it makes you wonder how they're going to do once the economy breaks, unless they come out with another Snowtrooper set. But I'll pull this up for you, Riley. Let's see. Here it is.
Yeah, let's
Give me 1 second.
Well, there it is.
Oh, that looks so awesome.
They
at
are
$1,105.
Damn! Oh man,
So, hey,
I
Aries,
forgot
know
about
you said-
that 2-pack. Wow.
wow.
I'm gonna tell you this two just because I have these. Well, I don't have this 2-pack. I just have 2 Snowtroopers. I've got the Empire Strikes Back Snowtrooper and then the Battlefront Snowtrooper single. But this not that long ago was going for like 14. So
Yeah.
not to say like 11's cheap, but it has come down a little bit.
You know, it's a good point there that you bring up, Anthony, because with a lot of them right now, like you're seeing it with the Mud Trooper, Anthony. You're seeing it with the 40th anniversary figures, the Vader, the Boba Fett's, on the lower end of the average. And then you're seeing the figures like Obi-Wan Kenobi, forget about it. I mean, it continues to rise. Leia, A New Hope, some of those figures like that, it's like crazy. But yes, this does sometimes sell $1,400-$1,500, even more. But still
earlier last year, I remember, or earlier this year, it was 13, 14. It's a lot. I don't know if it's because he's got a different gun in the 2-pack, but that's not enough to warrant, that cost, in my opinion.
The ESB one goes for $500-$600, sometimes $700, and people have asked me before, and even say me, I didn't even know that there was an Empire Strikes Back.
I got them both. There's the ESB, but he's pretty plain.
It's flash in the pan, though. I think it was fast, though, dude. I don't think it was out for long.
It wasn't out for. It went kind of quick. He just has like an E11, and that's it. And then the single pack VGM Snowtrooper has the same gun and another, the longer, the LMG, and then he also has a backpack, but then he also has a jetpack with a flight stand. So he's almost the same figure, but with a couple more accessories. And then they have this 2-pack. So it's that's a tough one. It'd be easier to just get 2. Yes, Funky's right. Yeah, the bazooka, because mine's holding it. So he comes with the bazooka as well. So I think it'd be cheaper to get him separate, but something, some people just want the 2-pack, and it does sell.
Yeah, no, for sure. And William Cote saying, let's make it rain, Aries, with a $10 drop. My goodness. Let's go ahead, William, and let's fill you up. I so do appreciate that. Let's fill you up at one of my most favorite tables, table 2, for that $10 drop. Putting some rain into this coffee, baby.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
Thor just made it rain, William. Thank you so much there, William. I do appreciate that super chat. I know there's others in there. We're going to get there. Don't forget to smash that like button. But yeah, Lane, thank you for bringing this up. But this did go up as a 2-pack. This one's actually right now ahead of Boba Fett, of the Hot and Chewbacca.
Yep.
2-pack from A New Hope, and ahead of Tarkin and Vader. But all 3 of them are over the $1,000 tier range. But this is your new number 1. Isn't that crazy? For sure.
2, and they're trooper. I mean, you're talking the other 2 are like whatever you think about the chewing necessarily, but one of them literally has a figure that everybody has been going, we want another version of this character, and we can't seem to get one for years. And then the other one is the most iconic bad guy maybe in the history of cinema, definitely sci-fi cinema, and probably Peter Cushing, the most known role he's most known for is that, and make up the other 2. And these guys who got eaten by wampas managed to get ahead of them. But if you got any extra money for bonuses this year, Aries, you can feel free to get me one of those 2-packs.
I'm going to put in figures.
I had to go grab them just because you were talking about
them. Now I got to.
But
let's see if I can blow up Anthony here. Give me 1 second for a solo layout. Let's see. Go ahead there, Mafia.
Yeah, this is the Battlefront one. So he's little battle damaged. I got him with the bazooka. I don't have the jetpack on, but you can tell he's got the flight stand.
Now, is he different than the ESB one, dude?
Yeah, a little bit, but mostly he's the same figure. I mean, they both have the magnetic packs, but then he also has a jump pack, with the blaster, the firing accessory, and then he has the flight stand. So I think he's a better bang for your buck because he comes with more stuff.
Right.
But he's cool, man. He is cool. And no, I don't, Lane. They're not making these again, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
I
think
got a
they will.
transport trooper. I trade you for him.
I think the only way that they would is like for an ESB. I don't know if they make it for the maybe like an ESB re-release. I mean, a straight out reissue for that. I could see that. Maybe
But they should have done it last year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, or 2020. Like they didn't do anything. I mean, 40th Empire was pretty
Those would
lackluster.
Well, what is
It was. That was their
what's
first
driving
attempt.
that 2-pack to be number one? What is driving that?
You can't get them. I mean, how it's hard, I think, Brent, to find. And I know scouring through the market. So I'll tell you ones that are difficult to find that are good. In good shape. Tarkin. Leia New Hope in good shape. Leia Hoth, a little bit rare, right? You're seeing some of those figures. You don't see many freaking Hoth snowtroopers from Hot Toy. I don't know if any of you do, but I find it like very rare. Like when I see one up on eBay, I go, "Ooh, okay, good. Let me follow that."
I didn't even know that it was. I didn't even know it was a grand. If I'm being honest, I had no idea.
The
That's
2-pack.
insane.
The 2-pack is
Yeah. Well, it's because the singles go for 6 to 7.
right.
Jeez.
So no matter what, if it's the ESB, if it's the Battlefront 2 one, those are the only two singles, and then they have the. And the thing is the 2-pack is also Battlefront. It's VGM. It's not Empire. So they didn't make a lot of VGM stuff. They made the Shock Trooper, they made the Jump Trooper, and then they made the Snow Trooper. I think that's all we got from Battlefront 2.
Brett,
So those were low.
Yeah, they were low. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go to the super chat. Brett, I'm going to give this one to you. Jonathan Ebb with a $5 drop. Saying, thanks for the great stream, fellas. Well, thank you for tuning in there, Jonathan. Is there any truth to the allowable number of payments being an indicator of impending low stock, i.e., 3 versus 5 payments? What do you think about that, Brent?
I think it's very interesting. I mean, I didn't know that they shortened it to 3 payments, but I think that one could certainly draw a direct line between the two, right? I mean, if you're only going to have 3 payments, they want those payments as quickly as possible. They don't want to stretch that out. So they want that stock to move. You know, I haven't looked deeply into every one of the figures that are currently available. Are they all 3 payment now? Because I remember there were 5s. I mean, but the ones that are 3, you might be able to safely assume that you know, a low stock a little moniker could be popping up at the bottom there at any point. I can see that that's a possibility. That's a great point right there.
Yeah. Lane, any thoughts on that? What do you think?
I think it does affect it. I mean, what you guys were talking about with the first wave Attack of the Clones, I know that some of the at least within the last couple of weeks, that, like, you know, most of the troopers, the shinies, the pilot were all like 3. I think so was what do you call it? Why am I so forgetting? C-3PO?
Like you're saying, like put him in a cart?
Yeah,
you can only put 3 3POs in the cart. Only 2 freaking battle droids.
High. Yeah, the only one that was still, quote, high was
R2D2. Yeah, that's interesting.
But I think that I mean, who knows with how Sideshow keeps their numbers and everything. But I think if you see it going down, if you're considering a figure, if you know, or you're thinking about it, that might be an indicator that you need to at least maybe be willing to, if you change your mind later, maybe be willing to do a NRD and be willing to kind of sacrifice it. You know, if later you change your mind, like 6 months, a year later. You know?
Right. Yeah, no, good stuff. But Riley, don't you army build battle droids, but you can only put 2 in your cart? It's not exclusive. It's interesting with that phase 1. I have a theory here, Riley. And it's going to get to Jonathan's chat over here, but wouldn't it be interesting is once they start releasing, you know, announcing this phase 2, if some of the figures from wave 1 start getting low stock warnings?
100%.
Oh my God.
I could totally see that. I mean, it's kind of inevitable. I mean, given that there's already the quantities dropped so much. So you kind of have to expect that now with these 2023 or 2022 orders, like, stuff is just leaving and hitting waitlists. And we've seen some conversions like on certain pre-orders, like older pre-orders, but a lot of them still, like, they're just waitlisted. They haven't switched. Like, to a lot of people, even myself, question, like, maybe it was like a bug. Sideshow ended up doing this on accident, why a pre-order with waitlist so soon. But no, I don't think so. I think that the times like people have talked about is definitely changing. The Sideshow's more so adapting to the economy. And like you said, the Attack of the Clones line, I mean, last week when we got that photo, everyone, the internet exploded. I mean, everyone gets excited over these original or prequel or original figures. Like there's always that excitement when it comes to these figures. So once we see that Anakin and Padme announced, which I'm totally can't wait for, it's going to be amazing. I think you're right, Aries. I think the battle droid, I think the shiny troopers, the shiny clones. I mean, that one's where you have people buying 6 of those, 10 of those. Like people army build the heck out of those clones. So that's going to be one that I can really expect to hit waitlist because, I mean, yeah, they can make more money maybe keeping it up because people buy so many of them. But at the same time, there is a lower quantity now on that. It's not your normal 6 or 8 or whatever it is. So it's interesting to think about. And you can even look at other figures like Electro. Like that was one that got waitlisted. There's Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Those are hitting waitlists. Like as more announcements from the line gets announced, the original ones are slowly but surely getting on that waitlist train. So it's something that you kind of have to be careful with. Myself, because I love Attack of the Clones. I love the prequels. Obviously, that's my bread and butter. I love those films, but I haven't pre-ordered those original Phase 1 ones, and I'd be a little worried of hitting waitlist because I can't miss out on those. I mean, that's I'm definitely getting those ones on the shelf. So, but you're onto something, Aries. I totally agree with that because that's happened in the past, and I think history can definitely repeat itself.
And just to play off what you're saying there, Riley, too, I mean, even though Hot Toys made the announcement here in the 20th year of Attack of the Clones, should we expect to see these figures go up for pre-order before the end of the year? Or they want the focus to still be on the green coupon figures? Because I'm afraid if you put those 4 Phase 2 figures up for pre-order, everybody's going to be chasing those and nobody's going to be going after the dead stock stuff.
It's true.
I mean, and you know, hey, look, the other 2 Inquisitors, when was that, Aries? When did they announce that? Almost 2 months ago, and those 2 figures still have not gone up yet. So we're seeing announcements made, but then we're not seeing like next day pre-orders happening or within 48-hour pre-orders going up for those figures, like we did, you know, throughout the year up until Q4, which is wrapping up here in a couple of weeks.
I actually, you know, it's very interesting you guys brought this up, but real quick, the Six Scale Man, Lael, is in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Hello.
Good to have you in here, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, bro. Sorry I'm late, man. Like I said, work is, you know, work is work, bro. Especially when you work for yourself. When you know what I mean? When you're running a business and you're working on your own, man, it's just like anything can happen. So, you know, it's crazy. But thank you for having me, bro.
No, good to have you in here. And thank you so much, Jonathan, for that $5 drop. And I see some other ones in there. We're going to get to that. Yeah, no, you do have to wonder on that, Brent. Just about what's going to happen here between now and the end of the year. So I'll bring this up to Lael with you being in here, because I actually have a feeling that I do think that this Phase 2 of Attack of the Clones is actually going to possibly occur before the end of the year. I don't know. I still get a feeling, though, that those 2 Inquisitors, they may drop those as well. Any thoughts on that, Lael?
I can't speak on the Inquisitors right now, man, because again, it's been like maybe 2 months now, or a month and a half now since they debuted or showed those 2, the 5th brother, and you know what I mean. So we didn't get anything at that point. You know, I don't.
It's been a couple months, yeah. I think.
Yeah, it's definitely been a few months. So I mean, I don't know about those. I mean, they could. They could also be Toy Fair exclusives. They can also be something that happened, you know, right before Celebration in April. But I think with these 2, with Anakin and Padme, they want to get those out as quick as possible. The same thing that we actually saw once they debuted the C-3PO and R2. You know what I mean? They did that, and then like a week later, you know, we saw that drop. You know what I mean? So again, or we saw it released. So it could be one of those type of situations. It could be this week. It could be next week. It'll probably be, you're right. It could be before the end of the year. But I do know they're going to want to do something quick. They're going to have to do something quick because, I mean, especially with Padme. I mean, we've seen this figure for the longest time. We've been, this is a retooled version of her. You can tell by the tailoring of the suit. It's a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting on this for the longest time. I think the surprise was Anakin, even though it was like hints here and there. But the surprise was this figure, or just the reveal of this piece. So I just think that they're going to want to do something quick. My only thing is, it's like, if you're going to actually release these two or reveal these two, come on, man, Mace as well, because you already showed us Mace. You already showed us the back of Mace. You hinted that. You teased us with that figure. So just do it, like, now, like, to take advantage of it.
Yes.
But it's the tell spot. The tell spot that I'm in right now is the simple fact that, as beautiful as these pieces are, bro, I'm just not concerned about them right now. I'm concerned about everything that's supposed to be released. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to get that out the way so then I can enjoy everything else. But we just like, we're sitting here blind, flying blind, wondering where, where the Mandalorian Luke is. You know what I mean? Where Ahsoka's at right now. You know what I mean? We're flying blind, or Mando, the Chrome Mando. You know what I mean? Cole, where's he at? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many figures out there that we have no idea that we're waiting on. So I don't know, man. Like, well, see, somebody says Mando Luke just got pushed back. Wow.
There you go.
I saw that, and that got
Damn
really
it.
far.
Here we
I
go.
was hoping that was next.
Dude, it moved
Now
to,
they have
Me
done
too,
that
bro. I was
before.
like, he's coming.
dude, it
Nope.
moved to March to May. That's a little far.
Did they
away.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's so
Now,
This
is
is ruined my
it
Christmas.
have, does that have something to do with the Mandalorian season 3? I wonder.
I think it maybe has to do with them possibly
I don't know.
retooling the head sculpt. Maybe they're changing the sculpt. I don't know.
Maybe they're using
Fixing the CGI sculpt. Yeah.
But wait, didn't they do this with Clone Wars Ball, that it came out anyway? But then, I don't know. But man, I wanted this one. That's like,
They moved
they
up
touch-
to DeLorean.
Hold on, I gotta come
Hopefully-
out and come back in.
Hopefully they didn't push back Ahsoka. We gotta check Ahsoka, the Mando scope.
Once again, if they do that, it's ruining my Christmas.
Oh, they're saying that the Mando Luke, and I kept thinking it's the Mandalorian. Wow. Yeah, wow. Mando Luke got pushed back.
I'm not surprised Mando Luke maybe got pushed back a couple months, because a couple of weeks ago, I had Mando Luke on payment plan, and my payment date was always the 5th of each month, and so my quote final payment was pushed back to January 5th, earlier, like at the very end of November. So this doesn't surprise me if they are pushing it back. I have not gotten an email about an official pushback yet, though. For it.
Well, Lael, good comments there. I'm glad you jumped back in with those technical difficulties. But you do have to wonder if Brother Cousins isn't here. And I say, sandwiched in between Lael and Riley, yes.
Yeah, let's go.
What's up, Jay? How are you, my man?
Hey, how you doing? Happy to be here. How's everybody doing? We got a wonderful
Doing
panel.
great.
Look at this. Look at this.
Welcome.
We're rocking and rolling. We've been talking about all kinds of good stuff. We pulled up here this announcement from Hot Toys, this tease, excuse me. But here, you can comment on this, Jay. What do you think about Mando Luke now being pushed back? I wanted this one bad.
Like I said, it really ruins my Christmas, because I was hoping, like, this whole push that Hot Toys has been doing over the last couple of weeks, I love it and I hate it, but you got to really pay attention to what's going on. Like, you look at a lot of stuff that's been coming out. A lot of stuff is like kind of 2.0s, kind of stuff that's kind of been like done before, but done with a twist. Like today, we got the new Spider-Man today, but that's a figure we kind of had before. Of course, they changed the belt up a little bit on it, and it has battle damage, but it's the same type of a figure. They've been kind of doing that all this year. In between that, we've gotten some stuff, like we got a Bo-Katan, we got some original type of figures. So with all that being said, I'm just thinking like, what is going on? Like, are they just getting out this stuff? They're trying to get stuff out as fast as possible. They're trying to play catch up. So a lot of the figures that we've been waiting for, like your Ahsokas, your Captain Americas, your Luke, are gonna get pushed back. And they're gonna be trickling them out like little by little. So it's a little it's kind of a disappointing because I was really hoping that either Ahsoka or Luke would be next. Hopefully, if we don't get Luke, we'll get Ahsoka or something. At least we'll see him by the end of the year, hopefully.
Well, what do you think about the Mandalorian though, with the Pedro Pascal head sculpt? Do you think that'll come?
I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. But once again, and I think we all kind of alluded to it, that because the Mandalorian itself, that show has been kind of pushed back. We know I think at one point they were saying January, at one point they were saying February. Now it's like early March. I think we're gonna see a lot of this stuff come out like right along with it, just to create that hype all over again. So I think
That'd be a whole lot.
A whole lot. And I'm thinking we won't see it until February or right when the show premieres. Which would make sense, but kind of does suck.
Well, Jay, it's good to have you in here. And before you, the 1/6 scale man, thank you so much. Hoff's Hometown Hero for the $2 drop. And then look at this, guys. Ash Chase with the $2 drop. And she's saying another. So we got to fill Ash up at table 2 for another, baby.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
Very, very interesting. And I know, Anthony, you've got to, and thank you so much there, Ash, for that super chat. I know you got to dip here in a minute, Anthony's, but I wanted to get your take on on that Luke from the Mandalorian, the deep fake Luke. I wanted to get that deep fake Luke. I was hoping it would come out very quickly.
Well, you'll still be able to get them.
I know.
Just
gotta wait a little.
Just not today, right? I mean, like, listen. Sometimes it's nice, man, having delays. At the end of the day, I want that figure, but for me, I'm like, oh, I have a Doc Brown, I've got a Batman and Robin. There's, when you get hit a lot, sometimes it's nice almost.
Yeah.
See, I try to look at both sides of it. So I know sometimes when people are like, oh, so-and-so was delayed, people generally get like, there's like a negative connotation to that. But man, sometimes I'm good with delays. Slow it down a little. That gives me a little bit of time to be like, okay, cool. I don't have to grab this one because I'm grabbing, X, Y, and Z right now. So I don't mind it, but March to May is a little, it is been what is that, 4 to 7 months from now. So, but things could change. They could get ahead of schedule and then bring it back.
Yeah.
So we don't know,
And are they delaying it too, if I may play off you here, Anthony, because they are adding an accessory or two because of something that we don't know from Mandalorian season 3? I mean, you got to believe Luke Skywalker is probably going to be in that. Hot Toys did add a yellow lightsaber to, the Rise of Skywalker Rey once it was revealed that she had that at the end of the movie. I mean, is there something more that they might add to that figure? I don't know. It's fodder for discussion for sure.
It's a good point.
Yeah, because they don't do it often, but it's nice when they do that. And all of a sudden we get added accessories. Is Rey? Man, Rey was she's pretty damn good, man, all things considered, because that sculpt got improved a lot, and then she got a ton of new accessories.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a really cool release at the time. So we don't see it often. I would like to see stuff like that more often, where they're like, hey, by the way, we're gonna, or maybe they're like, I doubt they're gonna do it, but it'd be neat if they were gonna say, hey, we updated this Mando Luke, and now he has a USB lightsaber, since we started doing those after him.
That would be cool.
But I don't know if they'll do that.
Well, listen, everybody, make sure you subscribe to every single person in here. I've got the link to the 1/6ScaleMan, to Brother Cousins, to Riley's reviews, to Six Scale Mafia, to everybody in here within the video description below. Make sure you subscribe to them. Subscribe to the Mafia, who's going to dip on out. But Anthony, real quick, what you got going on, baby?
Hey, well, obviously, thank you, my man, for the invite as always. Everybody here on the panel, awesome people. Of course, we all bros here. What is going on? Well, I have a couple of quick. Well, I don't know. I'm doing a giveaway, man, on Christmas. If you're in my Facebook group, it's kind of like a photo contest for the holidays. So those who do know have already started it, but come do that because we're giving away a Bo-Katan and we're giving away a Q from X06 for Star Trek. So that'll be fun. And that's really about it at the moment.
Well, make sure you subscribe to the Mafia.
And that, yeah. But yeah. I know.
For
And
sure.
then, you know, if I can swing on back, I'll try to swing on back.
Yeah, swing
But
back.
if not, you know, I will see everybody soon. Lael, Jay, Riley, everybody, every Star Wars newsman, everybody. It's been real, man. And like and subscribe to everybody here, man. And hit that like button here on Aries right now.
Well, Anthony, if you dip on back, I'll make sure to fill you up, baby, at table
Always,
66.
my friend. Hell yeah. Always 66, man. All right. I gotta go, guys. But
See ya.
be well.
Peace.
All right, peace, guys. All right.
And check this out, everybody. I got to put this up here. And someone thinks you're hot there, Star Wars newsman. The sexy what's up platter with the $2 drop saying Star Wars newsman is so hot. So listen, newsman, I just got to ask you this. Are you actually hotter than Mustafar, which is pretty hot?
You underestimate my power.
Wow. I guess they underestimate my looks. I don't know.
It's the lighting, man. The lighting has made all the difference.
Well, thank you there, sexy what's up platter. Appreciate the $2 drop for sure. Very, very interesting conversations we're having here today. And putting this up from Ash Chase here, everybody. Awesome panel tonight. Let me pick your brains. What do you see the next release is, and how many drops are you hopefully will see up to New Year's? It is a great question. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off, and then go back here and go this way from the OneSixthScaleMan Lael. I actually believe, for me, I kind of agree with Lael on this. I think we're going to get this phase 2. I think we're going to get the whole phase 2. Everything that they listed in this picture here, which is they showed Padme, they showed Anakin, and then they went ahead and listed the super battle droid, and they listed Mace Windu. And I think they're making you wait for it. But they basically just told you they're going to do this. And I think they're going to still announce these. I think that these are coming before the end of the year. I personally do. I wouldn't surprise me too if we get something else like an Andor or something like that before the end of the year. But as far as announcements go before the year's end, Lael will go back to you. I just know I feel like this is coming before. I feel like they want to end the note. I feel like they teased this and they're going to end this year with this. And that's to you there, Lael.
Oops, I was talking and was muting.
No.
But no, I definitely believe that it's going to be soon. You know, that it's a no-brainer for them, you know, to do it. I mean, why make this announcement now if you're not going to push ahead, or give us a sneak peek if you're not going to push ahead? I mean, because it's like, you know, when did they said that the phase 2 was coming a long time ago. Like they said there was still more figures that they wanted to, you know, debut and stuff like that. Yeah. So I would say, you know, probably, I mean, I want to say, here's the thing. Hot Toys is so damn unpredictable. You know what I mean? Because I had no idea that they were going to release this Spider-Man today. Like literally no idea. You know what I mean? And they dropped it. You know what I mean? So again, they're so unpredictable. You never know what they're going to reveal, you know, what they're going to release. But I do think it's going to be revealed before the end of this year. I do believe that. I believe that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As far as releases though, I don't know. I can't even give you, I can't say anything because I don't know.
Not Mandalorian. That's for sure.
And possibly not even Ahsoka, to be quite honest.
Oh, Sally, y'all killing
She
me.
hasn't gotten pushed. Thank God. She's still at December to February. So
Yeah,
who
she's still
knows?
at December to February, so who knows?
I
But
think
the thing is, if you're saying
think these
December to
more
February,
figures
that means she
drop.
has to be pushed sooner because of the simple fact that we have Chinese New Year that's been moved up to mid-January.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're going to have to do something soon if they're going to release it. Because if it's saying December to February, we're definitely not going to see it until after January. Probably not until March.
Yeah.
No, what's
So-
the Mandalorian with the Pedro Pascal head sculpt headline? Isn't that still now?
No, I think that one got pushed. I think it's
That one got
let me check. It's January to February. So next year. That's what it's listed.
I think that's what we got. We don't got much more except the we have the deepfake Luke, we have the Mandalorian, we have the DX Ahsoka, we have Hunter.
You got Quill on the blurg. That was December.
Yeah, you got Quill with the blurg.
What about Casca Reeves? Casca Reeves? Is she...
That's not till January, I believe, or February, right? That's first
Yeah,
quarter.
that's not
next
too
year.
late.
Yeah.
first-
Yeah.
yeah.
But brother Cousins, let's go to you. What do you know? Just keeping this up here for another minute for you there, Ash. Do appreciate the $5 drop. What do you see the next release to be, and how many drops before the before New Year's? I do believe that this phase 2 drops before New Year's.
With announcement phase 2, I think they'll definitely give us I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think they're gonna give us Mace. I think they're gonna give us the big reveal of Mace. But I don't see that until like after Christmas, maybe New Year, something like that, maybe New Year's Day. As far as releases, it's so many I forgot, to be honest with you. Like I even forgot about that Spider-Man today. I was like, that kind of came out of nowhere. So
Riley didn't forget.
I never forget, bro.
Right. I'm thinking, I would say Iron Man Mark 1. I think we're going to see that.
Okay.
I think we'll see that coming. For some reason, I just really see that. I think me and Mario were talking backstage one day. We were talking about that. I could definitely see that coming. As much as I know it's wishful thinking at this point, but I really think we're going to get Ahsoka. I think it's time. I think they're going to pop out, even though we haven't really seen anything or really heard too much about it. I think.
How about
it's gonna pop out.
How about Yelena or the Infinity Ultron? Did we get those yet?
No.
Yeah.
Still didn't get Wonder Woman 84 yet either.
Yeah.
Dude, that one got pushed. It's
Did
like
we get-
March, April. It's like March now. It's crazy.
Oh, they pushed that one?
That got pushed
Yeah, the
too?
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Oh,
How
did
about
they?
WandaVision?
Was that recent? I
The,
just saw it.
the
Oh
Scarlet
yeah, that one.
Witch.
That one too.
Scarlet
December,
Witch, yes.
December. Yeah, you can get that one.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch for sure. Yeah.
I think for Star Wars, all you got here. Oh, wait a minute. You got Jesse. You got Jesse, Luke DX, Crow
I
Mando.
think someone said Jesse might have been.
No,
pushed a little
yeah,
bit.
Jesse got pushed. Jesse got pushed, unfortunately. I was waiting for that one too. I wanted that one.
Well, there you go there, Ash. Thank you so much for the $5 drop. Do appreciate that. But yeah, did we also get the did we get the Tony Stark suit up?
Didn't get that yet either. No.
Yeah, the Mark V hasn't released yet, and I mean we're supposed to be. I think they're approaching at least the Sideshow release time for the January to March for like the Silver Centurion suit up is like the most expensive Iron Man, almost $485. And Wenwu and the the Mandarin and Shang-Chi are approaching too, the January to March time frame. Yes. The most this question, of course, is definitely very true about tonight.
So listen, Lane, $5 drop. I'm gonna let you read it, baby. Go ahead, go answer this one.
So of course we've got the three handsome devils right up here. Everybody can acknowledge that. We had the best beard in 1/6 scale there with Six Scale Mafia. I couldn't think of anything for Riley except he was wearing green, so he was an excellent man in green. And then,
Perfect,
of course, we finished with below me right here the two 1/6 scale the two kings of 1/6 scale collecting, Mr. Lael and Brother Cousins.
Thank you.
I love it.
Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, there, Lane, for that
Definitely,
drop.
brother.
We've got to like fill you up. Let's fill you up at Table Oblivion. Anyone hungry, baby?
You're delicious.
Ciao, boys.
That's good.
Not I'll be spilling coffee out. Oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Six Scale Raw, only here at Six Scale Raw. Make sure you smash that like button. Thank you so much. We're going to be getting into counting down my top 15 locks for 2023 announcements that are not Return of the Jedi, because we do have a 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi forthcoming. So that's, in a way, too easy. So anything but Return of the Jedi. We're going to see what the panel's opinions are. We're going to see what you all think in the chat. You
this
can
is
also
gonna
put
be
in other
very
figures.
interesting. So, Aries, real quickly, for your top 15 list, just as kind of teaser stuff you're leaving up to. Now, for when you were thinking of yours, did you include any possible, like Mando Season 3 or something like that, stuff we might see or something you think could factor into that too when you were possibly?
I didn't put in necessarily the obvious. So, I didn't necessarily put it as the obvious. Maybe some of them are going to be obvious. You have to Wonderlane as we go ahead and get into it. But without further ado, let me go ahead and rock and roll and put up. I'm going to count down from 15 all the way down to number 1. And here's going to be an interesting one, which kind of goes with what we're talking about. Riley, we'll go with you first, because I have a theory on this. My number 15 pick for next year, that is a lock. And of course, the Hot Toys Wizard said if he agrees, he may interrupt. So we'll have to see on each and every one.
Please. I need it. I need it, man. This is one. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted with this one, Aries. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very conflicted because I feel like, well, we know for a fact we're not getting this. You're right, not getting this like sooner, because we know that we have the 4 of the Mace Windu, and we had the names listed, and Obi-Wan wasn't there. He wasn't there on the Attack of the Clones. So that was a low blow. I wish that we did, but hey, like you said, we still have another year upon us. We have 2023, and I think that yes, I think it's definitely possible. I think the problem is that the one thing that makes me steer a little bit away from it is the fact that we haven't gotten Clone Wars Kenobi, which is one that I definitely want for the collection, and we haven't gotten yet. So if I were to make a pick as well, that would be one I'd want, because, I mean, Clone Wars General Kenobi with his armor, man, you can't beat that. His outfit was just perfection. So I hope they do that one, and it would definitely be exciting to see. But, I mean, from what we could see, Attack of the Clones is something that they're diving way deep into. I mean, think about what we had for the other anniversaries. I think Empire Strikes Back, we got I think it was 3 or 4. Like, there wasn't really as many as a grand scale to what we're seeing with Attack of the Clones. I mean, now with Attack of the Clones, we have R2, we already have C-3PO, we have the battle droids, we have the shinies. Like, there's already so many. And then on top of that, we have this list of more. Like, the Hot Toys are going heavy on this line. So Aries, I could agree with this. Yeah, I definitely think that Obi-Wan could be one of them things that they add to Attack of the Clones. Totally.
Let me throw this out at you, Riley, and to anyone who wants to chime in. Because let's read what Hot Toys said here. And I don't mean to be such really dissecting the words, but I'm going to be honest with everybody here. I am dissecting the words because I felt like in 2022 anyway, that they were very, very, very careful with what they said. And if you look at it here, it says celebrate 20 years of Star Wars episode Attack of the Clones with thrilling Hot Toys surprises coming soon. So my question to you is, Hot Toys surprises. Well, it's not a surprise anymore because they just went ahead and listed the 4 that they're supposedly coming out with. So does that mean that there's other surprises? Is it possible that maybe there's a trooper with this phase 2? They just didn't show it. Or maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi. They just didn't show it. I'm just throwing it out there. Go ahead. Anyone that wants to go.
I mean, I think it's definitely possible. One that I definitely think would be more possible that they did show, but I mean, we have seen graveyards in the past, which would be really awesome. Is Kit Fisto? That would be one that would be really awesome, man. Because yeah, man, Jay, they showed it. They showed it at the event. So I mean, they had interest in it. That's all I'll say. And then, like you said, Aries,
you said what? Did you just say? Who did you say? Kit Fisto?
I did.
And I say yes.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Please, because
that's number 14.
I didn't even plan that. Oh man, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good minds think alike, Eric. There you go. Yep. Come on.
All right, let's go to number 15, 14. What's Six Scale Man? What? Yep. I know you love these Attack of the Clone releases. So, okay, I'm calling these. Apparently, the Hot Toys Wizard likes Kit Fisto for next year because he chimed in on that one. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I actually think you could still, just because, and here's where I think maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't necessarily feel that they're bound. Like, if they don't put these out by December 31st, midnight of 2022, that they can't put out an Attack of the Clones packaging. I think that they can through next year. What do you think? Even though the anniversary is over. Yeah.
As much as, I mean, the anniversary is over, but we also have the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
You know, in April. And you know, again, we know that they were stating that this particular phase was on its way. We knew that, you know, months ago. I think basically when they announced this, I'd say, what was it, May, June or something like that, when they were announcing that there was going to be a second phase. We started getting all these clone releases, stuff like that. But it's kind of, here's the thing, like I said, because they're so unpredictable. I want them to release Kit Fisto because it would make so much sense if they did, especially from Attack of the Clones. You know, he was, you know, he wasn't a major player, but you know, he was a figure that was interesting, you know, that everybody was, you know, looking at, visually pleasing, because it was something that he was different. One of many Jedi that, you know, we were exposed to in Attack of the Clones. So, I mean, obviously they did this for a reason. Obviously they gave us or showed us the prototype of Padme, Kit Fisto, Obi-Wan. They did that for a reason. They were gauging the response, and they knew that a lot of people were talking about it. But at the same time, it's just like, why, you know, we ask why, you know, especially what we got with, you know, Rogue One. We never got Baze Malbus. You know, we never seen that figure, even though they, you know, teased that, they showed it. I don't know. It's up in the air for me, man. I cannot predict this. I don't know what they're doing. It makes sense to show us Padme and Anakin, but it would have also made sense for them to show us Jesus himself, Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? With the mullet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it would have made so much sense to do that, and they just never did it. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, you can't really call it a licensing issue because they already had Ewan McGregor's licensing. They'd have his likeness already. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll definitely have to see, man. I would hope that they would show us Kit, but I think what they're focusing on right now is the ones that they already announced. You know, and again, the ones that, you know, again, are showing up in the announcements with Padme, Anakin, Mace, and the Super Battle Droid. So I don't know. It really is, like, I can't call it because they are so unpredictable right now. Like, they literally are unpredictable. So it's hard to call.
Yeah, and Tom Garone says Star Wars deserves all the attention the next couple weeks. Marvel's been getting all the spotlight lately between announcements and releases. Well,
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like it's due for maybe we get a little bit of a wave here, and maybe
we know we have Hunter on the way. I mean, a lot. They've taken my payment for it already, so that's going to be coming soon. You know what I mean? So we just, again, it's I don't know. I'm hopefully Hunter this week. I don't know.
Yeah. Hunter should be tomorrow. I could see that tomorrow, or even Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I wouldn't mind just a little bit Marvel focus here, until Sideshow sends me the focus that my Tony Stark mech test is charged, so it'll ship to me, because that's the figure that of all my figures right now, that is the one that I want the most. But
Good one.
Lobot, please. Will the wizard interrupt on Lobot going once, twice?
Now, see, the thing is, we might get that if right now, if Empire Strikes Back was released a couple years later, and we were in the 40th anniversary like this year, then we might have been able to get like all the way to Lobot, like 2 or 3 waves.
Well,
Empire Strikes Back.
My locks for next year, my 12 and 13 are together, may tick some people off, may not. Let's go to Brother Cousins.
Ooh.
Now, I know that they already came out, so I know we're all Reagan 2.0 or reissue. However, they already did post a picture with 2 of them together. I don't know. You could get it with a 2-pack right here, Brother Cousins. You could get them individually. Maybe Yoda on that chair and coming with a little bit different accessory. Maybe Dooku with a speeder bike, since he did ride one in Attack of the Clones, and they're kind of putting out a lot of bikes right now.
That would be sick.
Yeah. Give me this 2-pack with Yoda on top of the chair and them fighting like that. Oh, they can have my money, because I missed out on both of these. They could. You know how I love my 2-packs. So yes, I would love this. And this seems very realistic.
Can I throw a monkey wrench in this real quick?
Go right ahead, brother.
A variety, just basically a variance, because they could do this. We've seen them. They've done it before. Translation. They've translated both Rex, into live action with a live action head sculpt. Same for Ahsoka, same for Cody. They've done that. What if they actually gave us a live action younger version of Dooku from
Tales of the Jedi?
Tales of the Jedi, and also gave us Yaddle.
Dude, that would be sick.
That would be crazy if they did that, because the thing is, it's a beloved show. Like, pretty much those 15-minute episodes were beloved. It was like probably some of the best Star Wars we've seen in a while. Aside from I loved myself. I loved Andor, but if they did something like that, they have the likeness. They can just give us a younger version of Christopher. I keep forgetting his last name. Christopher Lee. Yeah, they can actually go ahead and give us a younger version of that. But that would be dope too if they did something like that.
Hey, the wizard sent me a message here, Lael. He wants me to. He wants to come in and say something to you here, Lael.
And I say yes.
Looks like you nailed one, brother. 2.
The wizard look like Santa Bro right now, man.
we got the Santa. We got this whole Santa thing going. The holiday spirit, the Christmas spirit. Come on,
yeah.
But look, I think you're on to something, my friend, with that show, because they've already given us Bad Batch from the Bad Batch series, so it does make you wonder.
That Inquisitor.
Yes,
that was an incredible piece.
Mr. Owned.
What'd you say?
I said, you mean Mr. Owned, because that's his Inquisitor name.
Oh yeah, Mr. Owned. He got owned, but he had a dope ass look, though. I tell you that much. That look was incredible, man.
I'm sorry, my man, but now I guess technically, I could maybe see that, considering that he did actually do more than the Fifth Brother and the Fourth Sister.
Yeah. And
the Grand Inquisitor. I guess unless you kind of calls getting intimate with the lightsaber in the chest, doing something. No, he did like kind of wave his lightsaber and slice that one dude. one of the gangster guys. So I guess he did something. So you are right. There, he probably has done more actually than half the Inquisitors we already are looking at figures coming out or may have figures.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Brent. Let's go to number 11. Who wants me to go to number 11 now?
Do it. Let's go.
Do it.
Oh yes, please.
Oh yeah.
Please.
We've only been waiting, what, 4 years for this figure? At least?
Like,
When did
why?
We're going to get it. Oh no.
This is like the
it's gonna
easiest.
happen.
This is like the easiest thing for them to make.
How does
I
this
just
not
don't-
come out in 2023, guy? I mean, announced. How does it not?
needs to.
How does it not come out? Because I mean, this is once again, this could be another thing. It could be another bunch of used parts to put this together. It really doesn't take that much to put this together. I'm surprised we didn't get this year in like a quick release, like they did Arena Boba Fett or something like that. I'm surprised we did not get this.
I'm surprised we haven't haven't seen it 2 years ago. I mean, this piece just seems to me to be a no-brainer. The likeness has been approved, obviously.
Right.
It's just stunning why this piece hasn't been put out. All of the Clone Wars, the main characters from the Clone Wars cartoon series, animated series, have been released already. Most people already have them in their possession. They're not waiting to get them. And obviously, if you still want a couple of them, you can go on Sideshow right now and get them. But this one here is an absolute stunner. And I agree with you, Aries. I think this one is coming next year. I think it's an absolute, you can pretty much book it for sure.
Well, good stuff there, Brent and guys. Let's go to and let me know with the chats any of your picks for next year. I'll put them up there as I'm counting down my 15. We'll see if the wizard agrees on some of these. Pennius Win says Clone Wars Kenobi is cursed.
It does feel weird that there has not been a Clone Wars Obi-Wan, who's an iconic, whether this is the most iconic, obviously maybe not the most iconic person.
Well, they have him in the pictures lane with
we've
Anakin.
seen him, but
but
we haven't had this, but we have from Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're getting a 501st.
Well, Mark Attack says
that's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. Mark Attack says this will be a Toys Fair exclusive.
Totally agree.
Now.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Mark Attack. Is this what they call you?
They call him the Wizard.
All right, let's go to the my number one pick for next year is the Frog Lady, says Doritos Maximus. Are you kidding me?
And I say yes.
If they can make a blurg, they can make Frog Lady. Come on, Howard. Come on.
Well, if they're gonna make Frog Lady, they need to make Baze Malbus. How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, let's go to number 10. Number 10, we get to go to Riley.
Let's see it.
If they don't do this, they have to.
Okay, I like that. I like that pick. I think that's one that can definitely come. I mean, given that the trailer that we saw for Mandalorian, he's definitely playing like a pivotal role in the series.
Exactly. But he's
directing
episodes.
Exactly. So
he'll get it with season 3.
Yeah, I think so. And he has a really unique outfit too. It'd be really awesome. Like I think in figure form, like he's gonna look really great on the shelf. So if they end up doing this, I would be happy for it because I know a lot of people want this character. I mean, this guy he's been in all the seasons. Like, come on, we got to get him. So I'm agreeing with you, Aries. This is a good pick. I think this can come. Yeah.
I need my Action Jackson figure.
Carl Weathers is Action Jackson. I love that movie. Yeah, I mean, they got to do this. I think I'm going to have some Mandalorian ones in here, from the Mando verse for sure. Lane, what do you think on this one? Do you think that this one is coming? I know it's coming, but is it coming next year for an announcement, not release, announcement?
He's a character that's overdue for it, but just how Hot Toys has been skimping on hands for figures like the last year or so, for whatever reason, we better get a magic hand for Grief here. From season one and stuff. I want that hand where he's going like, do the magic hand again. Nice open palm there. But I think I do love how that, like, whatever man, he's mayor or like an administrator or something like that on that planet, that I think that outfit would be really cool. Or if it was like he had maybe more traditional, I don't know, kind of roguish outfit that he wore in the first couple seasons, and maybe that other one is a separate outfit that you can like put over it or something like that. Might be, for extra, maybe deluxe edition is a bonus item that helps contribute to it or something. I mean, I don't know if Grief would be. Could you see him being a DX kind of figure? Maybe. I mean, they do a lot of DX days. Is why I'm thinking of it. Or do you think he may not be a, well known enough figure for something like that?
No, I don't necessarily think. I think Carl Weathers is well known enough where they could. I think they could do a DX on anything, but and I don't. I actually could see it, but I just want the figure. To be honest with you, right. I mean,
yeah.
To be honest, go Lael.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, because the thing is, if you'd have said this a year ago, if you'd have asked me about this a year ago, before we actually got, and this is me being honest, before we actually got the reveal of Reva, if you'd have asked me this before we got the reveal of Jamie Foxx's Electro. If you'd have asked me before we got the reveal of Valkyrie, all these particular figures that they're actually showing with the level of ethnicity, I'd have said no. But now they're showing their hands, and they're showing us that they can do it, and it is a common interest. And we do know that Howard loves Star Wars. And we know, like everybody's been saying, that Grief is going to actually have a pivotal role, very strong role in season 3. I think it's a no-brainer, considering the simple fact that we definitely aren't getting a Cardoon. I wish we were. I really do wish we were.
Yeah.
But definitely, and who knows? We haven't seen season 3 yet. They could surprise us and bring her back. We never know. Not saying that they will, but they could. We never know. But definitely, we got to get a Grief Karga. Like, we definitely do. Like, it just makes so much sense to have this piece in your collection. You know what I mean? If they can give us, if they give us this, then I'm good. I'm safe. You know what I mean? And it's such an interesting character on top of that, man. I mean, again, they gave us not as comparable, but if you think about it, we have, Cole that's still out there that we haven't gotten yet. You know what I mean? So, but he did play a role, even though he died. Spoiler alert. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that we could. I think that we might. We could see him. It's very likely that we could. But again, I just don't trust Hot Toys, man. They're just unpredictable. I don't know what they're gonna do, because you know what? Like, they'll mess around. You know what they'll do? They'll mess around and bypass Grief and give us, what was the other character's name? The dude that pretty much when we saw the first episode of Mando, he was going after. He had a bounty on.
Oh God,
Blue fish guy.
Yeah.
Bluefish,
they might bypass him and give us that. You know what I mean? Or, they might even
give us this.
Yeah. You might, or they can basically bypass both and give us a Mayfeld. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? So it's out there. But I think that with season 3, put it this way, with season 3, get your pockets ready, because there's a lot coming from that season. There is. Yeah. That they are promising something. They even promised, basically, like one of the actors said, Joe, you're going to get a, beyond Luke Skywalker, reveal in this next season. So just imagine.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? They got so much stuff that's coming. It's going to be incredible, man. I wouldn't even be surprised, if we see, other iterations of certain suits. We definitely going to see Boba in this season. Definitely we're going to see Mando. He might actually get an upgrade. You know what I mean? So you never know. There's so much that's going to go on with this season that they're kind of hiding, and and still don't forget that N1 Starfighter could still drop. I know Mario's like, nah, it ain't gonna happen, but I believe it probably will. I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will.
I think it's gonna happen.
I'm riding that. I think it's gonna happen. I think that's gonna definitely happen.
You have to wonder if that's in my list, but Thule says smash that like button, and Dorica says wild card for next year. Cara Dune.
Yo.
Only in my dreams. Will the wizard interrupt? I don't know. Go ahead. Go.
Let me throw, since we're talking about wild cards and stuff showing up in Mando season 3. You might have to be a little bit older generation Star Wars fan for this. Since I'm willing to bet Cousins and Riley were probably really tiny when this character showed up. I'm trying to be, I guess I'm trying to say, you got to be old manish a little bit for this. What if we saw in season 3? You're going to know this character. What if we saw Mara Jade show up in season 3? Maybe not necessarily exactly like her old legend, but
I know why Lael is yes. Look, Lane, guys.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get us too off track, but this was
but I feel like I feel like they're gonna write her in. Possibly, certainly with the Ahsoka series with Thrawn. Anyway, I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, some of you.
Because obviously
you know where I'm going with this.
Obviously, we know from the way the sequels played out, they would not end up like how. Well, it still ended up badly anyway in the expanded universe long term, but may not see, but. Maybe see her show up as, somehow still as like an Emperor's Hand-ish type of character, maybe a little bit different. Maybe they could introduce, if we're going to have other like people filling in I'm going to be going really deep dive here. Like Talon, I'm trying to say his name right. Talon Card, the gangster.
Yeah.
Introduce him in the Thrawn trilogy. What
Look,
if we
Thrawn's
saw maybe
coming.
him introduced? Yeah.
Thrawn's coming is the thing.
He could be a character introduced. He's helping, like we just saw major players in the Pike City just get blasted in the face. In Book of Boba, he could be a character, even if it's mostly a name and stuff. Maybe that's a character introduced with her that could expand some of the underworld stuff that's happening post, Return of the Jedi, the Pike Syndicate getting messed up pretty badly, stuff like that in Book of Boba. This is all fan casting here a little bit, but these are how awesome would it be if we saw Mara Jade and at some point we can see a Mara Jade figure.
Man, how awesome would it be if we saw a Mara Jade figure and Asajj Ventress? What if we see a live action Asajj in Ahsoka? I would love to see that.
And she's dead though.
That from what we know. Now that's the thing. They can change the narrative. They've been changing the narrative for so long.
That's true. I'm just
you know what I mean? They can basically change it, and we might actually get her.
You make a point there because they showed the one thing with Quinlan Voss.
Yeah,
obviously the love interest of her.
Yep, like they tease that, and the thing is, you don't tease Quinlan without actually saying, "Okay, it's a possibility that he's out there and he's still roaming around." You don't do that, man. They got plans. They plant seeds. We just don't know what they're doing, so we just have to see.
It's true.
Oh, spilling coffee.
And in Rebels, we didn't actually see like her spirit or something like that as part of the, in the one episode with on Dothamer. I'm going way deep diving here, guys. But the spirits of the Night Sisters were in an episode.
Oh God!
We never saw her in that. Usually if they have certain stuff, a lot of times they'll have it. Maybe the book wasn't written or the episode was done at that time. But usually, a lot of times they would have, like Starscream back in Beast Wars, way back in the '90s, showed up as possessing somebody. we would have had Ventures maybe mentioned by name for like a minute or something, Beta Spirit or something.
Yeah.
So
I think they're going to. Man,
Yeah.
it's so
this is
cool.
fun, isn't it? This is what not knowing what's going to happen.
Not knowing what's gonna happen.
Work, but it can be fun too.
All right,
Theorize, yeah.
let's go to number 9. Let's go to number 9. Let's go to the Star Wars news, man. This is one of my picks next year. At some point next year, before December 31st, 2023, this figure will be officially announced.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. They are doing a run on Clone Troopers. This one we've seen. Another one that we've seen that they've teased, and has just been sitting there, just smoldering in our minds, wondering when. And I absolutely think that that the most recent run on clones, especially this past year, they are in that lane now, right?
I know.
Yeah.
And this is not going to be difficult for them to turn and repaint and get out there. So absolutely, Aries, I think you are onto it. I think this one is one we are for sure going to see at some point next year.
They need to, man, because Rex. I mean, Cody is naked. He's just by himself,
alone, bro. He's alone.
Right.
It's his clan. He needs
like he needs his clones. He needs his clan. Like, come on,
they'll do this.
Which I don't understand why they didn't do it though. It didn't. It doesn't make sense.
I'd probably guarantee this will come. I mean,
It's easy money. The clones are printing money for them. So yeah, that's their new residual income. So we'll get this.
Yeah.
Okay. Brother Cousins, number 8.
Oh, please.
Chrysanthemum. Oh my God. I gotta do it in my Lando voice, baby. We have been campaigning for Black Chrysanthemum for the longest time. My brother Chewbacca is so mad. He's been tearing off limbs left and right. Can we please, Howard, can we please get us a Black Chrysanthemum, baby? Oh,
Look right in the camera. Look right in the camera. Come on.
Yeah, we really need this. I mean, we only have like 2 Chewbaccas, and one is great, and then the other one's kind of like, ugh. But still, I mean, we need another Wookiee. We need another one, and I would just love to see this, like especially with today's technology, would be great with the fur and how it all comes together, and then all his armor and all that. I could just see them really just going to town with this. And I mean, and people will pay a good price for it too.
And they don't gotta make too many of them because all these productions right now are low.
Yeah.
And what's to say he doesn't appear in Mando season 3?
I think he will actually appear.
Yeah,
I think that whole crew from the end of the Book of Boba Fett, when they were on the streets there, are going to carry over. I think they will. 100%. At least for the battle anyway.
For sure. But yeah, I'm all on board for this. I want this bad. And I think we'll get it. It's just like, it's Hot Toys, like Lael was saying. Hot Toys is just so unpredictable right now. We just don't know what's coming from left and right. Like, just when you think they're done with a line, they'll jump right back into it. You'd be like, oh, okay, we are getting this. But would it make more sense to give us this like right when we got Cad Bane? I thought we were going to get this, around that time. But I guess they're spacing it all out. But I would love to see.
Yeah, no, I'm right with you, brother Cousins, and I think it's coming.
That would be such an incredible display to have Chrysanthemum, Boba, and who I'm about to say next, Fennec, exactly in a display. That would be incredible, bro. That and everybody knows that Fennec's my most anticipated figure of all time.
Yep.
Seriously,
you're buying 5 of them. Come on,
three.
All right,
3.
Not as bad.
Will we ever get those how about those kids on the bike? The ones with the side?
No.
I want every single one of those guys.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Not the Power Rangers. Not the Power Rangers.
I will check out. If they did something like that, I swear to God, Aries, you would not be.
That would be hot.
Don't even invoke that, bro.
Trolling us.
So Aries, you have Osborn on his Goblin guy, like flying in, and they could combine. Voltron
Nah, I'm
style,
good.
one giant glitter.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, that would be great.
You know what? I would buy everybody if they did that. I'll buy them all and give them all to Harrison Ford and let him go to work.
Go.
And let him go
Let
to
him
work. Let him go to work. Twist and breaking stuff up. Let him
Yes.
go to work.
Don't get cocky.
All right, number 7 goes to Riley.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The Jawas. It's funny you actually have this up. Yeah, I love that. This is actually one that I actually want. Like, I really do like the Jawas in the Star Wars universe, so it's funny that you put this up. I think that we'll definitely get another set of Jawas. I mean, people always talk about it. The original Jawas, that light orangey, like the color on the hood, it didn't look as great, the original one. So I think that this could be one that they can definitely like retool and get another one set out. And I love how you also include the egg. Yeah, you gotta have the egg with it. So I think this is a grail set right here, the Jawa and the eggs. I would buy it. I totally would buy it because I remember I was on the hunt for the original Jawas and like they weren't too bad, but then like they kind of jumped up in price. Like people started going for them. So it's pretty funny how the charts work. But yeah, I would be in if they did one. Hopefully, I mean, we saw them in Book of Boba, so I mean, it's free game. They can make it off that, and there you go. You got your second Jawa set. I mean, you see these characters everywhere. I mean, they're like in every Star Wars television show nowadays. So it'd be nice if Hot Toys can do it. I'd be in.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 Jawas, and I wonder what the wizard thinks on these.
And I say yes.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, number 6, and you mentioned this before, Lael, so I'm going to go with you on this one, but I'm calling it a 2-pack, brother. And I know it's bold. But I actually feel it's a 2-pack.
And
I'm going to pull it up.
Well, we know we're getting the actual, and that was one of the reasons why I got the Chrome Mando with the head sculpt, because I already have 2 of these particular figures that I'm gonna use the head sculpt for. So that's easy peasy. But you know what? I was even thinking about it. What if we can't use that head sculpt for that? What if they just do it purposely where we can't use it? But I don't think they'd go that route. I don't. You know what? Honestly,
it's weird when it almost looks like it's like Hot Toys has money. Right?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to definitely say no, because we're already getting a head sculpt. We already know a Pedro, but Mayfeld, I don't even want to feed any type of false hope. So I'm just going to say no. It's not going to happen.
So not even Mayfeld by himself.
Nope. I don't think it's going to happen.
If this was Hot Toys of old, this 2-pack would be
Be a great 2-pack.
Yeah.
With a trooper outfit.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'd much sooner get a Jay Calrissian before we get Mayfeld.
40th anniversary. Even though we're not talking about Jedi.
We'll get a Jay Calrissian who flies around in the DeLorean.
Okay. I think
with the baby oil. Come on.
With baby oil.
I thought you were saying General Lando Calrissian.
No.
Jerry Calrissian.
Jay Calrissian.
Jay Calrissian.
This guy right here. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so, because it's no, I'm not going to bank on it. I don't think it's going to happen, to be quite honest. I don't even want to feed false hopes. I really don't. Even as unpredictable as they are, I'm not going to do it, because if they did something like that, literally it would be a smack in the face of all the other figures that they passed over. Honestly. So
once again, Baze Malbus.
Yep. Baze Malbus, man. Like that, it would definitely be a smack in the face. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But you know what I'm mad at right now is because Lane has planted that seed of Mara Jade in my head, and I can't get it out. I can't. I have wanted her in live action for so long. Like, it is in my brain now, and I'm like, damn, like I really want it. I really want it now. Straight up.
top 5 going real quick. We're going to lane. We're going to go through these real quick. Someone mentioned this before. My number 5 pick for next year.
I knew I was going to get the TIE Fighter. The one vehicle I said, nope, not going to buy because it's too big. Aries, you're mean, Mr. Grinch. Because
do I need to hold on, Lay? Before you answer, I need to fill you up at table 5 and 88 with Grogu.
All right. But this is the last time.
Dude, I can't wait for that to come back. Come
Does
on.
that help, baby?
You know what? I want this N1 to come out so bad because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna
Mario.
Nope. Yeah, that too. But I'm gonna take it to Mario's house and unbox it live while he's there. I'm gonna fly all the way to LA and I'm gonna unbox it live while he's on the camera standing in the background like
just have that in the thumbnail.
Yep. Every thumbnail. I'm just gonna unbox it.
Professor Mario, send me a video where you go and I say no.
Yeah.
Hey, if Hot Toys doesn't jump on this, Jazz Inc. will.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
Basically, that's been hung out there now, and Jazz Inc. will do it, and they won't think twice about it, and they'll do a great job with it. So
there could be for production concerns, possibly, maybe with a larger vehicle, maybe they have to worry about. So, but here, I would say yes, Aries, but there's one thing that holds me back. Is how much they and they put out. I mean, the last couple of years they put out a lot of vehicles. Maybe not all as big as this, but a lot of vehicles. The one thing that holds me back is all the teases and stuff they showed for the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And we never
that
got
could
it. Still eventually come. That could, as you say, we had like the tank commander and that squad leader come out like years after the lines had basically seem to be completed pretty much. I can't go 100%. I say 75% chance it comes.
I think we're going to get it. I still have faith. I think they showed several sizzle reels. They went to show that it has moving turbines and moving parts and all that stuff. And I just don't think that they will waste time to show that. Now, like you brought, like Lane, you bring up the Batmobile. I think that Batmobile, the Batman Batmobile, was a kind of dig at Jazz Inc. Like, get out of our candy dish, so to speak. I really think that's what that was.
I agree.
This was more like, okay, guys, we're really going to do it. I just think they're so swamped right now with stuff.
Yeah.
So they
I'm just saying my seed of doubt is caused by that because they have put out other stuff they've teased and stuff. And this is the one thing. And the only other thing I say that gives me pause for this is where we are talking about the economy and everything. They may have had it in plan for do it, but there could be other financial factors that not necessarily makes it never they do it, especially if this thing survives like Mando season 3 and stuff, that maybe it's something that once maybe not 2023, but 2024, if it's in season 3 for a while and the economy improves where people have more money to maybe spend $1,300 on something although some people are spending $3,000 on that Ecto 1, so
and they all are going.
I mean,
all 7 were bought. So that shows you that there's still, even with the economy being where it is, there's still a small percent of people that will buy it. I think it'll be made. I think they'll announce it around season 3-ish. They'll announce it, in the middle of season 3 or at the start of season 3, and this will be a low number. This will be a low batch. We don't know exactly how many they'll make, but they'll make a small amount of number, and they'll get
my hands on it. I will dip as soon as it's announced. Pow! It's gonna be right there on the table. Boom! Here we go. Let's go. Give me that M1, and I'm gonna dance around with a Mario T-shirt on the entire time.
He's probably gonna be like this, holding his hands, like I don't believe it until you.
He's gonna be like this. What you talking about, Lael? Yeah.
And Mario, before we go on to number 4, this is all I got to say to you about this N1 Starfighter.
And I say yes.
Woo! Number 4. This is going to be an interesting one because I'm calling this.
Wow.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Now, I know we're getting,
Mm.
I think we're getting maybe the Endor one first.
Mm-hmm.
Could they give us a DX? We've got DX Obi-Wan, DX Vader, DX Luke. I don't know. I feel like Han would qualify. I think a Leia would qualify. I think a Queen Amidala eventually would qualify.
Yes.
I could see a Han Solo DX.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. I can definitely see it, and people would buy it. People. I mean, honestly, I think eventually we're gonna get the big 4. Han, Luke, Leia, and Chewie. I think we're gonna all see them at DX at some point. When is the point? That's the thing. I see it happening, but not for a while. Maybe a couple years from now.
Aries, would this be a 2-figure 2-pack?
I'm not sure. I mean, how they could do it. I think that they could do it with a couple of a head sculpts or interchanging some outfits. But I think ideally it would be a 2-figure 2-pack. Yes.
Once
And
again,
they gave you a 2-figure or 2-pack, although it wasn't a DX with the Boba Fett they just came out with. Didn't you know what I mean? So
Once
I think
again,
they could do it with this.
if this was Hot Toys of yesteryear, you would have got it just like that, like they did with the Michael Jackson Thriller. I mean, we recently got a set like that with Miles Morales, Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales, and looking at that figure, that gives me hopes that gives me hope that they'll go back to that type of thing, that true DX where you get an extra outfit along with the figure. This figure would definitely cause for that. People want this bad.
Well, bad. And I know that I said I wanted to Return of the Jedi, but because I mixed it in with Bespin and it's ESB, and it was a DX, and I think that they may do this. That's the only reason why I threw that in. But come on. Now, El Professoro says, here, guys, Bespin solo DX? Yes, please. So more belief in that than the N1 Starfighter. But I need a Han. So I need a new Han, guys. A new Han for sure. Number 3. What could number 3 be? Let me make sure. Well, maybe what I got to do for number 3. Let's see if I have it right here to make this easy. Is just play this, guys.
DX exclusive. We've been wanting that for a while. It'd probably be a Toy Fair. If they were going to do something like that, it'd be like a Toy Fair exclusive or something like that. But we would have had it by now. But still, I still would hope we would get it.
I'm holding out hope, Lael. I'm holding out hope, brother.
Yeah, I would hope that we would get something like that. Definitely. I'd get it. I'd definitely
They just haven't touched sequel figures in
a long time.
And
you're right.
That is the thing. I mean, what was the last one we got? Was it Ray Dio? I mean, they haven't made a Poe. I mean, how do you not have a Poe yet?
Right.
This is an important figure for sure. I mean,
that dark side would be cool. I'd love that.
Well,
I would
the good
definitely
thing is
love
they
that.
at least gave us all the fins that you could possibly want to need, especially after what happened to the poor Finn in episode 2. The second and third movies for that.
Well, and Beskar says Dark Side Ray and Light Side Ben 2-pack.
Yes,
That would be
please.
Very jolly.
Crazy.
Please.
Dang.
That'd be crazy.
I want it. Yes.
Red outfit Emperor is what I would. The one part of the Emperor actually being in that movie I liked was his final outfit on the Sith, Sith Eternal throne or whatever. Exegol.
Professoro says 300 limited to. Yeah, well, they could.
But you know what? I could see them really doing this because this would kind of like counterbalance the whole Dark Side Anakin that did it and do it like do it as an exclusive. I can see them still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this summer. This summer we'll get there. This will be the summer showcase exclusive. I'm saying that right now. Hopefully.
Let's do it together. And we say yes.
Man. You know, honestly, I could maybe see something like that, but like way down the line, like years from now, where maybe there's a little bit more appreciation for them. I don't know if that's ever going to happen necessarily, but like I think there is too much failure from a lot of the earlier figures from like the Force Awakens. I think they still. I mean, don't get me wrong though. I think like even if they were the last two of that Star Wars stuff that they do, that Rey and the Kylo Ren, despite how long it's taken for the Kylo Ren to sell out or almost finally get there, those were two really good figures that they did of those.
Yeah,
and they did. I mean, they did multiples of both of them, and I mean, you can have your favorite maybe connected with the movie, but I think that was the best Rey overall now I'm biased. That's my favorite outfit she's in. Stuff she's being with, and that Kylo Ren. I think that obviously he didn't come necessarily with a ton of stuff more than he had with other ones, but I think that light up effect they did for his helmeted version,
that was incredible.
That was one of the neatest just light up effects they've done.
You guys talk about we talk about failure with that might have to do with it, but we have to remember, I mean, they made a Morbius, and that movie was one that was definitely controversial to a lot of people.
And I'm getting that Morbius. And I'm getting that too.
And I'm getting it too. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we're getting a Morbius, I mean a Dark Side Rey, I could totally see it. Come on.
Yeah. I ordered that thing. I ordered it. I wanted it.
I'm getting it too.
I can't wait till it drops.
Now here's the thing for Aries related to. I wanted to say, what do you think is more likely at this point? We get a Bespin hand or a Jabba's Palace Leia?
Well,
damn it, Lane.
We're gonna have to save the Leia discussion for next Monday. I don't think it's likely. I don't, but I have hope that it will. Though I think that there are signs that they could. I just don't know politically how they can navigate it. I don't know.
It's not gonna. I don't think so.
No.
But I think they could do this.
I would love it though.
Number two.
Yeah.
Leia, would you love this though?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I definitely would. Man, and I think he's coming. I think he's coming. I definitely think he's coming.
It's not even a human head sculpt.
I think we're going to get that. I definitely think we'll get Bossk. I definitely think they will.
Because Sideshow, I mean, that one has aged very well, in my opinion.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I've got the Sideshow one. It has. It still looks good. And the Dengar looks good, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to get Bossk. We're going to get Dengar. We're going to actually get I believe we're going to get all of them. I really do.
I think he's most of all the bounty hunters from that scene in Empire. I think he's the most likely one that we can get. Because he has at least had a presence. I was a little bit disappointed. I was kind of hoping we might see him in Book of Boba Fett. I didn't like just as kind of a wish list, even if it was just kind of a background, short cameo for a couple minutes kind of thing, where we got to see him or something like that, or interact even just for a scene with, or even if Boba, like he at some point got killed in the 5 or 6 years where Boba reflected upon him, since Bossk and him had a connection in Clone Wars and stuff where he kind of looked out for him and that kind of thing. But
Swordrider goes, yeah, or oh god, that'd be awesome. Lane Bossk with light up eyes would be awesome too. 808 says, good to have 808 in here. Hot Toys will finally give us the version of Bossk. All right, so here's how I got this broken down now. So there's two of them. We've got number 1.5, which is what we're going to get to right now. And then we're going to end this here. Number 1.5.
Ooh, wow.
I thought it was going to be Bell Organa. I'm a little disappointed.
This is 1.5. And listen, I do have to, they're brother cousins. I do have to fill up table 44, which is the coldest, It's the coldest table at the Cantina, and whenever I find it, I'll go ahead and play it. I can't seem to locate it on here. It's here somewhere. But what do you think about this one, Brother Cousins?
I want it so bad. Yes, yes, and more yes. I mean, it's eventually we're going to get it. We're definitely going to get this,
bro. They have it's so easy right now. Just throw on an outfit and just throw that thing on. Here it is, brother.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Give it to me with him on the tauntaun.
2-pack. I was going to say 2-pack. Give us that. Like, do it. Hey, if they're showing you that they're showing their hands, if they actually gave us the Doorstill Mando with the blur, they can give us Luke with the tauntaun.
Yep,
they can do that.
Right.
I think they
surprised
can.
we haven't even gotten it already. It's crazy.
I think they can.
Yeah, and that's the sideshow version, which is pretty
They
cool.
can do
Actually,
that. And then they can give us like an exclusive, Lane Kramer pilot with snow speeder pilot Lane Kramer, an exclusive cut scene. He was there.
Hey,
He was
there. Hey, maybe they decide to get in on like that on the Hasbro thing for do the selfie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That'd be dope.
Can you imagine?
They could do one of everybody on the panel. You, Star Wars newsman. They could do all of us. That'd be crazy, right? I love that.
Stormtrooper, snowtrooper,
Right?
trooper, and,
hell yeah, I love that.
And something else, and we'd all be happy.
They just got to keep my beanie on. They got to don't take my beanie off. Don't do that. Don't do that.
They got to give me the right hat.
Yeah, right.
All right. So the last one, that was 1.5. We're going to go to 1.0. So the other number one figure for next year, one of my calls, I'll just go ahead and play this for you all now.
What's going on here? I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave. And so it is.
It had to be him. It had to be him. It had to be him. Yeah.
Knew it was coming.
Howard, are you watching? Howard, are you listening?
He's
so you
listening.
got your ear to the speaker, baby. I mean, come on, Jimmy Smith. I'm just going to call it sometime for the end of 2023. And I won't be wrong until midnight, 11:59 p.m., December 31st, 2023. So that's a long time where I could still be right.
He's gonna be announced. He's gonna be announced December 30th.
Let's name all the content, the Star Wars content that Bail Organa has appeared in. And that right
That's a
there
lot.
is evidence enough as to why that figure should be made. I mean, he has been in a ton
Everything.
of different Star Wars content platforms, right?
Boba Fett. No, not Boba Fett. He's been in Obi-Wan. He's been in Kenobi. He's been in the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi as an
Rogue
animated
One.
version. Rogue One.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I
All
wouldn't be
prequels,
surprised if he
right?
shows up in season 2 of Andor. You never know.
Very
Yes.
good.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for sure, for sure.
And you know what's interesting?
100%.
100%. We didn't hear from the wizard of this figure, Ray or Hoth Luke. I'm wondering if he's going to.
And I say yes.
He's got the Mario beard.
Aries is calling it now. It's like to Howard, last figure in the to be the icing on the cake of the Obi-Wan line, Bail Organa. He just needs to have a little blaster with him. And
Where was Jar Jar Binks, Aries? Where was Jar Jar Binks?
True.
Didn't call for
no,
next
no,
year.
no,
Didn't,
no,
but
no, no,
look,
no,
that'll
no,
be
no,
the
no,
figure
no,
we
no.
get Monday. We're waiting for phase 2. Waiting for Andor. We're waiting for this.
Oh my god.
We're gonna wake up tomorrow morning and
imagine?
we're gonna see the pictures from Hot Toys tomorrow morning with that one, right?
We get that instead of Mace. Imagine.
We get that instead. You know what though? I would take a Jar Jar Binks, guys.
Absolutely.
I would
Darth-
be so
Darth Vader.
joyful on that. You know we're gonna get it.
Now,
You know we're
Great
gonna,
figure.
especially with these low production runs. Listen, they don't even have to make. I actually think they'll sell a lot of him. I mean, if you knew there was a hot toy Jar Jar Binks out there for a Star Wars fan, that'd be hard to pass up.
I'd be all over.
I mean, unless they didn't do a good job with it, which is possible. But I think they would probably nail Jar Jar Binks.
I'm sorry,
Max?
they put out Jar Jar Binks. Suddenly Howard's going to find himself in goal 5 as he's yelling it came from behind, and then goes kablooey.
I didn't see my Grail. I didn't see my Grail Aries. I didn't see General Grievous. That's what I want. I want a Hot Toys Grievous. Come on.
They can only make it better. It doesn't matter if it's not great. They can only make it better.
Only make it better.
Please.
75% better.
They can use aluminum
die-cast, aluminum cardboard, anything, man.
They can copy the creation of make it look as good as the plutonium box made out of cardboard. It will be.
So Riley, you're looking for
General Kenobi. You are a bold one.
I need it. I need it, Aries. Please, Wizard, if you're listening, announce that one, please. Thank you. Come on.
And I say yes.
Yes.
I should have had an I say no to toy with you all.
The last one.
I dropped the ball.
Imagine.
It had to be like the Zodiac back in '95 British Beefcake, where he would go, yes, no, yes, no, while wearing a penis face. Back in the Dungeon of Doom.
So listen,
was smart enough to not watch wrestling during then.
Yes, the Legion of Doom with wrestling was Hawk and Animal, I believe, Lane. That's
the Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors.
The Dungeon of Doom, unfortunately, was like
the
Zodiac with Kevin Sullivan and the Grandmaster and with the dark Hulk Hogan, where he's wearing a black neck brace and stuff like that because he's evil now or something.
Oh, the NWO, baby. Come on.
That was before the NWO. That was 95.
All right, so listen, here's how I'm going to do this tonight, and I've been doing it the last few nights because we went a little bit over here. I usually stop at 10:15. I do want to thank everyone here on the panel for hanging out with me here the extra 15 minutes. It's really awesome. But here's what I'm going to do. I have the links to everybody in here. So I want everybody in the chat right now. Go to the description. You will see Lael, the 1/6ScaleMan. He's all my live streams. You're going to see Lael, the 1/6ScaleMan. Go ahead and click on his link and make sure you're subscribed to the 1/6ScaleMan.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and the same thing with Jay, Brother Cousins. You want to make sure I've got his link right there. Click on there, subscribe to Brother Cousins, and the same thing with Riley's Reviews. Riley, outstanding channel.
About to hit 1K. We're almost there.
Woo!
Where you at right now?
Where you at right now?
966. Order 66.
Oh, come on, guys.
Hey, we got to get him there.
We've got 130 something in here. Let's just go to Riley's Reviews.
Yeah.
So I got the link right in there. Let's get him to 1,000 tonight.
Yeah,
let's get that over. Let's go. And seriously, you could type in Riley, and you could get right there, and boom,
he's almost there.
There it goes.
That's it, there, baby. Come on.
Now, Riley, you have the what is your number one show that you do there?
We have our live streams that have been coming up, and we also have a giveaway this month of December where we're going to be giving away a Scout Trooper. I want to bring up the Star Wars Hot Toys. We're going to give away a Scout Trooper and a DX-19 Batman if we do hit the 1K.
Damn.
Which I mean,
you're going to hit it, baby. You're going to hit it
exactly.
Tonight.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's do it. But yeah, we got those two giveaways. There's a video I posted like a couple of days ago on how to actually join it. It takes like 2 minutes to enter in. It's just you have to comment on it and do some other things. But other than that, yeah, that's what I've got coming up. And thanks, Aries, for the invite. It was an amazing panel and a lot of fun stuff. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to Riley's Reviews. Is in there. Brother Cousins, I know you do Best of the Best on Thursday and Good Morning Grails.
Yes.
And you're going to have Best of the Best this week, right, baby?
Yes, sir. And tomorrow, Good Morning Grails. We got a big one. I'm working on it right now. And yeah. The DeLorean, we'll be showcasing that tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Be there. It's going to be fun.
And Lael,
Say
What? You got so many of them. You got Say What. You've got the Gosh, you got a whole lot going. I got
Say
figure
what
fix.
we were, yeah. Figure Flex Friday. Say what? Well, say what Wednesday. Figure Flex Friday. Collectors Lounge International on Sundays, and then Comic Book Talk with Friends. We were going to do it tonight, but a few of us were missing, so we just said we're going to push Monday's show to next Monday and just do it that way while everybody's there, because it's going to be a decent conversation. So yeah, can't wait.
Well,
Let's go.
and Aaron, Logan, I'll play this for you before I end the show. We need an Andor. Come on.
Yeah.
And I say yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's coming.
Please.
It's coming.
Yes.
OG fan posting all these in here. Riley's reviews right there. OG fan with
Appreciate
brother
you.
cousins. OG fan with the Six Scale Man. And really, really awesome. Lewis Labitz
Appreciate that, man.
saying now we're up to 972. Come on,
Let's
crew.
go. Thank
Come
you,
on, let's
guys.
go, man.
Riley to
Appreciate that.
1K. Can
Yeah.
we post his link one more? Here it is. I'm going to put it up here on the screen.
Come on, man.
Thank you, guys.
OG
Appreciate that.
fan, subscribe to Riley's reviews. I know we can do it in here. I know we can do it.
Everybody who subscribes to Riley's channel, he promises to send you out a box of churros.
Yeah, I will. Courtesy of Lael at
Courtesy.
Disneyland. Come
Let's
on.
go. Let's go. Box of churros on Riley. Straight up.
Appreciate
son.
that, guys.
And we've got the wife of 808 Michigan Jedi in here at the end.
Nice.
Aloha, everyone. Good to have you in here as we end. And filling up table 88. We'll go ahead and do that for the last time because we've been on a big ride in here today.
Nice.
And for all you who are going to watch this show after, please go ahead and make sure you subscribe to everybody here, but also go take care of Riley. I'm suspecting by the end of the run of this video with the algorithm, we'll see Riley well up over 1,000. Let's go, baby.
Thank you so much.
With that, I don't always buy Spotchka out, but when I do,
Take one more sip.
I take one more sip. And I buy it from Six Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Thank you.